So 30 days straight with no social media platforms. I basically just went off the grid for 30 days straight. And I have to say this, it was quite a challenge for me at the beginning, especially during the first 5 days of this challenge, because I felt like, what am I doing? It doesn't make any sense. But then it got to a point where I was like, well, it feels weird because you think that during the first 5 days or something like that, it feels like you're gonna be able to pull it off, But when it gets like 9, 10, like 12 days, like 12 days in, you start feeling like this is not you. Probably you should just give up on it and maybe try like next month or something like that. So I started like coming up with all of these excuses for me just to stop doing what I was doing because I felt like I thought you were stupid. Like, why would I not use social media platforms? Like, everybody in the world, and most of the times that's the excuse. Like, even celebrities are using social media platforms. Who am I not to use it? So that's a wrong thing for you to say. Don't never give yourself that type of excuse, okay? Just because this person and that person is famous, he's got money, and he's still using social media platforms, that's not even relevant at the moment, okay? We're talking about you. I mean, each person is different. Each and every person is like, you have your own qualities, you have your own personal traits, you have your own characteristics that should never be sort of confused with anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that came from me just basically going 30 days straight with no social media platforms, anything. Of course, I have the internet, which means I was basically still exploring Google. I was Googling something up on because you still need information, right? Going off the script, the type of going off the grid that I'm talking about is basically neglecting social media for 30 days straight, because most of the times what we do is we use social media because we need that adrenaline running through our body, running through our blood. So what happens is, whenever you post something or whenever you comment, on something, and then there's somebody responding to you, so there is a certain level of adrenaline that's released in your body, and it makes you feel good. It makes you feel realized. It makes you feel connected with the world to a certain degree. So here's what happens. Whenever you upload something to these social platforms, any of these social media platforms like Instagram, WhatsApp status, like Instagram stories or something like that, and there's people reacting to your upload, to your content or whatever it is that you uploaded, you feel good. People congratulating you on that. People sometimes giving a thumbs up on it, giving a thumbs down sometimes, but you don't care about those because, wow, there's people, most of the time, people will be saying positive things about your content and whatever it is that you're uploading on YouTube. That's a good thing. It makes you feel good. There is adrenaline that's being, that's running through your body at that particular moment, and it's very, very addictive. It's very, very addictive. So I just wanted to go with no social media platforms for 30 days straight, and it was one hell of a challenge, but I pulled it off. And I'm here to basically talk about how I managed to do it, and I think you can do it too. Maybe start with 10 days, start with 5, just 24 hours with no social media. That's a good thing. That's already a step, right? It's baby step, but that's a step still, okay? So what you have to do is basically, and some people would say, why would I do it? Why would I go 30 days straight with no social media platforms if there is people everywhere doing it every single day? Well, here's the thing. Most of the times when people talk about, quality time, people always talk about quality time. Oh, you should spend quality time with your kids. You should spend quality times with your pops, with your mother, with your father, or people like that, close friends. Spend quality time with people. Have you ever thought about spending quality time with yourself? Be honest. Have you ever thought about spending quality time with yourself? And once again, people would say, well, what the hell would I even want to spend time with myself? If I am myself, I'm by myself, what does that mean, spending quality time with yourself? It doesn't make sense. For certain people, it doesn't make sense, but it does make sense, and I'm gonna show you why. And I'm gonna tell you why right now. So here's the thing. I read this from a book, right? I got this from a book. It's just like an abstract idea, but it really works most of the times. If you really apply this to your personal life, I do think it's gonna help you a lot. That's what I do. I share what I think with people. I share my personal stories, my personal struggles. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna work for you in your particular case, but maybe if you try it out, you never know. You never know. So here's what happens. Most of the times people will find themselves lost. Like they have no position. They don't even know where to go. They don't even know what to do. Most of the times they even know what they want, but they don't know how to get there. They don't know how to move, they're stuck. And the worst thing is that they are stuck in a place that they don't even recognize where that place is or what that place is. That's the worst thing ever that can happen to a human being. You know? So how do you get yourself out of those situations when you're stuck? No, you have to spend time with yourself. Analyze yourself. Analyze who you are, where you come from, what have you done in the past, and what are your plans? What can you do to get where you want to go? To get where you want to be at. So there are certain things that you have to do, right? One is basically spending quality time with yourself. And how do you spend quality time with yourself? How do you do that? Oh, just like try to understand yourself. I do this myself. I was doing it during the 30 days with no social media challenge. I did this and it was really extremely tremendously helpful. It helped me like a ton. And I'm telling you, if you do this, if you spend quality time with yourself, trying to understand yourself, where do you come from? What type of person are you? Many people out there, they don't really understand these very, very fundamental concepts of being human, of being yourself, and basically like of developing the excellence habit to achieve success. I'm not successful myself, but I'm good. You know, I'm good with what I have. Of course, there are so many difficulties, there's so many situations in my personal life. I do understand that. I'm working on those. But yo, I have developed something that most people, they just don't have, bro. And I think you can do that too. And I say, what the heck? Look at you. And most people would there go, look at you. You ain't got no car, you ain't got no Lambo, you ain't got no Ferrari, you're not driving like. You're right. You know what? You're right. But guess what? I want those things. Don't you think that I want to drive a Lambo too? I want to. I'm working on it. Every single day, bro. I'm working on it. But you gotta develop the excellence habit first. You gotta develop the excellence habit first. That's the first thing. And in order for you to be able to pull that off, you need to spend quality time with yourself. You need to understand who you are as a person, as a human being. And once you do that, once you pull that off, man, I think this video is getting too long, and I don't want to make it too long because, you know, I got some problems with like internet. I'm poor. Alright, sorry to say that, but it's true. So I have some problem with uploading my videos online. I'm good with that, okay? So I'm gonna stop here. Next time, tomorrow, I'm gonna come back here. Maybe not tomorrow, okay? That might be an exaggeration. But maybe the day after tomorrow, I'm gonna come back here to this same spot. Okay, so you look at this right here. Nothing here is gonna change. I'm gonna change my clothes, definitely, because I'm a real dude, you know that. But I'm gonna come back here tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, we're gonna talk. Oh, there is birds flying by. So we're gonna talk about it tomorrow, okay? Same stuff. You feel that? Can you hear that sound? Can you hear that noise? That's the Indian Ocean wave sounds. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. I came out here, bro, to read, I'm good. Thanks for watching, bro. Come back for more. See ya.